Hello, welcome to another video. This video's topic is a starseed's journey. So, as a starseed myself, from what I know, I consider myself to be a Syrian starseed. I am very interested in helping others to better understand what it means to be a starseed and what a starseed's mission is here on Earth. So my intention is for this video to help clarify for anyone who might come across this what the starseed's journey really is about. Because I think there's a lot of misconceptions about what it means to be a starseed. I see a lot of people on Facebook that acknowledge that they're a starseed, which is great. It's awesome to first discover and first realize that you're a starseed. I remember when I first discovered that I was a starseed, I really just kind of wanted to tell everyone. And you know, no one really knew what the hell I was talking about, right? It isn't that so common, but it still was very exciting to read about starseeds and be like, holy crap, I am definitely a starseed. And by the way, if you're wondering if you're a starseed, yeah, you are. If you're watching this video or listening to this recording, you're definitely a starseed. 100% chance you're a starseed. You wouldn't be drawn to the word starseed if you weren't a starseed. Normal people out in the three-dimensional world that have never heard of spirituality, have never heard of the Ascension process, have never felt drawn to read about the Ascension process or read about spiritual awakening. They're also not going to be drawn to watching a video with some crazy guy with long hair talking about starseeds. So, trust me, you are a starseed. So great. Now that you're sure that you are a starseed, because I'm telling you you are, what does it mean? What does it mean to be a starseed? Well, it means that your soul has experienced incarnations on other planets and other star systems. So you have this experience of incarnating on other places than planet Earth. And what that gives you is a very special skill set that you've already as a part of your soul's essence that you now have brought to Earth. And that's really the point of it. The point of it is that you are bringing a special skill set to the planet Earth for a special reason. Now, the standard starseed tale kind of goes like this, is you're a very advanced Sirian or Pleiadian or Andromedan or Arcturian being, and you're living in that very advanced world, these are all very spiritually advanced civilizations. And you hear that planet Earth is about to enter the photon belt and is about to undergo this incredible process of ascension, of awakening, of entering its golden aeon of light, or eon. And the call goes out for volunteers to incarnate on Earth to help out with the ascension process. So you volunteer to come to Earth knowing that you will forget where you came from, you will forget who you are, and you will be born into a family that doesn't understand you. And this is kind of the standard imprint for a starseed. And you will be born into a society that largely doesn't understand you either. You may even be born into a situation where you're oppressed in some way, either by your family or by the society around you. And you say, this would be such an amazing mission of service to God, of service to the One, that I want to do this. I want to take on this challenge of incarnating in a human body on the planet Earth during the Ascension process. And especially those of us now where we're here in flesh on a still relatively asleep planet. And we're the ones that are already awake on this relatively asleep planet. It's not an easy mission at all, is it? It's quite a difficult mission. But this is what we agreed to, and we agreed to this with joy. So when you find yourself feeling lost, feeling helpless, looking up at the sky saying, why God? Why is this so fucking hard? I hate this. I'm so sick of this shit. Right? And we all have those moments. This is to serve as a reminder that it's because you volunteered for a very difficult mission. And the reason that you volunteered for a very difficult mission is because you knew that you could do it. So what is the mission? Well, the mission is to bring your specific set of skills and your specific set of codes, really, into this planet Earth to assist in the ascension process for the well-being of all. Now, you may be asking, well, what are my skills? What type of skills did I bring from this other place to Earth to serve others with? Well, to find out, ask yourself, what am I really good at? What comes naturally to me? To me, the things that have always come naturally to me since I was a kid are speaking publicly, writing, anything with words, humor, connecting with animals, connecting with nature. These are kind of my specific skills. And then later in life, I started to begin to embody my intuitive skills, being able to read other people intuitively, being able to read situations intuitively, being able to read myself intuitively, being able to feel into others' energy fields, feel into my own energy field, feel my own chakras, feel other people's auras, things like that. And these are all skills that you have brought with you to come out. And the cool thing is that since we come into this planet having kind of not lost our skills, but having forgotten our skills. And then the journey is then to rediscover all of these skills that we've brought with us. And we've brought them as a part of our soul. They are part of our soul essence. And really, on a larger level, they're part of our soul personality. You know, even souls have personalities. It's not just people that have personalities. Souls also have personalities. Souls have different traits that are stronger in them. And that's why souls are on a journey too. Because souls are learning to integrate new traits and new skills into their soul essence. So you, as an incarnate of your soul, is helping with that. But the gifts that naturally come out of you very easily, those, you can look at those and be sure that those are the type of skills that you brought as your starseed itself to this planet Earth. Now, the other side of this, which is even cooler, is that I mentioned before, your codes. What does that mean? Codes. It took me a while to kind of understand what codes means. Codes is just another word for energy. So you're bringing these frequencies of energies within you, within your essence, onto this planet to serve specific methods of awakening, to awaken people, to awaken grids. You may have heard the term grid worker, right? All of us, I believe, are grid workers, but some of us are conscious grid workers where we know, it's like, oh, I was called to go to Peru because to be a grid worker there, I was called to go to Malaysia to be a grid worker there, right? That's not everyone. That's actually never been me. I've never thought that way, and I never, I never thought that way. But, like, for me, I realized that I, as a starseed, as a light worker, as an awakener, just going out my daily life, I'm infusing my city that I live in right now with these codes of light to assist in the awakening process. And it's not something that we see automatically. You don't walk past a very down and out homeless person with a severe alcohol addiction and all of a sudden, in a flash of brilliance, he is wearing robes and jewelry and chains, and the beer can is magically gone into the ether. That's not how it works. Rather, you're subtly, very subtly, putting these codes out into the field. And I talk about the field in a lot of my videos. What is the field? The field is the one fabric of energy that interconnects everything, that interconnects all of us and interconnects all the plants and animals and rocks and trees and everything, right? And you, as an awakener, as a starseed, you volunteered to come here knowing that you would forget this, knowing that you would come to remember this over time, that you are here just by your presence alone. You're putting out frequencies of awakening into the planet. And now, the cool thing is once you realize this, you can actually begin to become conscious of it. And when you become conscious of it, it gives you a feeling of purpose. It gives you a feeling of joy. It gives you a feeling of peace. Because you realize that on a very deep level, all is well, and that you're here for a reason, and that there are no mistakes, and that as difficult as things seem sometimes, even during those times where you just want to look at the sky, or you do look at the sky and just say, why, God, why? Why am I here? Why am I here to go through this pain? And then you can remember that I'm here as an awakener. I'm a starseed. I'm a light worker. I'm here as an awakener. And just by my presence alone, I'm awakening. I may not see it immediately, but I am awakening. And that feeling of, I don't know if you can feel it now, but that feeling of purpose just alivens your cells. It alivens your being. Because there's nothing more there's no feeling worse, I believe, than feeling powerless, than feeling victimized by life, than feeling victimized by, fill in the blank, feeling victimized by the Illuminati, feeling victimized by the reptilians, feeling victimized by the government, feeling victimized by your mother and your father because they didn't know how to raise you really, because no parents really know how to raise kids, do they? We all got a little fucked up by our parents, didn't we? I haven't met one person in my life who can say, you know what, my parents 100% knew how to parent. It doesn't happen. It's going to start to happen now because we're becoming so awake. But for most of us, it's not the case. But the other side of that feeling victimized and that feeling powerless, is feeling empowered through purpose. Your purpose is inherent. What is my purpose? I know I do a lot of videos about what is my purpose, and if you've seen them before, good, or if not, go watch one. What is my purpose? My purpose is inherent. I'm a starseed. I came here from Sirius, which is, I don't know, 200 million light years away. It's an exorbitant distance away that I can't even fathom. And I came here from there to incarnate in this body with this goofy hair, okay, with all my crystals, to make a difference on this planet. And so did you. You out there with whatever type of hairstyle you have, okay, and whatever your body looks like, whatever age you are in Earth years, you also came here to make a difference on this planet. And you're doing it just by your presence alone. I don't care if you're working at Walmart or if you're unemployed, if you're ill, if you're healthy, or anywhere in between, or if you're doing energy work, if you're working as a crystal healer, as an intuitive healer, as whatever. That's awesome. Either way, you're making a difference. And not all starseeds come here to be healers, to be energy healers. A lot of them do. Especially the Syrians and the Pleiadians, we tend to be very drawn to energy healing and drawn to coaching and things like that. The Arcturian starseeds tend to be very scientific. You tend to be very good with sacred geometry. You tend to be engineers and architects and scientists. You might be designing a building downtown in your city as an Arcturian starseed, and you might have had no idea that you were doing this as a starseed in service to your planet, because you're using those starseeded skills of being good with sacred geometry and architecture. And who knows, maybe 20, 30, 40 years from now, you might be designing these new Earth temples of in sacred geometrical shapes. See, me, that's not one of my skills. I have a lot of trouble even comprehending sacred geometry. I can look at them on a piece of paper and say, okay, this is this and this. But some people have just an innate skill of drawing and of really just feeling into sacred geometry. That's not one of my skills. As I said, my skills tend to be more through words, through language. That's my biggest skill. And through my intuition. So everyone has their different skill sets. And they're all perfect. And there's a lot of starseeds that will never ever even discover their starseed, I think. Maybe until later in life, or maybe not. I don't know. But I know that there's a lot more starseeds out there than we think. I do believe that. I think that there's a lot of starseeds that don't realize it. And maybe a lot of starseeds that are still kind of asleep. I don't know. I mean, it's obvious that more and more of us are awakening every day. And I do believe that due to the fact that it is a astrological fact that our solar system is moving deeper and deeper into the photon belt with every second that passes, that it should also be a corresponding fact that the rate of acceleration of consciousness continues to grow at probably an exponential rate, right? So more and more people probably are awakening at an exponential rate. That would just be my guess. Or at least an accelerating rate. And it'll continue to accelerate because it couldn't be any other way. The new Earth is coming. The new Earth is here. It's just happening slowly. And that's why I don't want to get into this too much, but I caution people, and I'll probably get some comments on YouTube for this, but I caution people who are waiting for the event. If you're waiting for the event, and I don't even know what the event is, and I don't know if you do, you might, I would caution against that, because it's a paradigm of waiting to be saved. It's really the same exact energy of Christians waiting for Jesus Christ to come. It's the same energy. You're waiting to be saved. Stop waiting to be saved by anything. We don't need to be saved. We are here as the saviors. Do you see? So just by living your life with as much light as possible, living your purpose by just remembering that you have an inherent purpose and going out every day with the intention of spreading light. If you wake up every morning and set an intention of, may I spread more light in my regular daily life today than ever before for the well-being